If you're dealing with burnout, you probably tried everything. I know I did. Fasting, adding butter to my coffee for energy, eating clean, the greens, the meat, all of it. Taking supplements, even testosterone shots. But I was still dragging myself out of bed every morning. Still couldn't gain muscle or drop the weight around my waist. Still snapping at my kid over nothing. Look, if you are exhausted despite doing all the right things, you need to hear this. Because burnout isn't just being tired. It moves through 3 distinct stages, and most people have no idea which one they are in. As a functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner, I see this pattern every day. People treating stage 3 burnout like it is on stage 1, or worse, not even knowing there are stages. Here's what I'm going to show you. Exactly how to identify which stage you are in, why your current approach might be making it worse, and the specific recovery protocol for your stage. Because the path out of a stage 1 burnout looks nothing like recovering from stage 3. Here is the truth nobody tells you about burnout. Your doctor probably can't see it coming. I remember sitting in my doctor's office explaining how I felt, the exhaustion, the brain fog, the zero drive. She ran the standard labs, and guess what? Everything looks normal, it's just stress. Try some meditation. And this drives me nuts. There is a documented FDN case of a client who heard the same thing. Normal brain scans, normal blood work. Her doctor actually said, maybe it's just because you are a woman and you're overweight. She was in full-blown stage 3 burnout, and the medical system couldn't see it. In another case from the FDN library, someone wrote, this condition has completely destroyed my quality of life. But I'm told over and over it's just chronic fatigue, and there is nothing that can be done except antidepressants. Listen to me, they are not lying to you. They just don't have the tools to see what's happening. Because burnout doesn't show up on standard labs until it's already wrecked your system. It progresses through predictable stages, each with specific markers, and if you don't know which stage you are in, you can recover properly. Stage 1 looks like high performance. Stage 2 looks like pushing through. And stage 3, that's when your body starts shutting down systems to survive. And here is what really gets me. Society has normalized this progression. We think exhaustion is the price of success, that brain fog is just getting older, that losing your spark is inevitable. It's not. You are not broken. Your body is staging a revolt against chronic stress, and it's following a predictable pattern. My free Body Reboot checklist helps you recover from any stage of burnout. Link in the description. Grab it now while I explain exactly what's happening inside your body. Let me break down these 3 stages so you know exactly where you are. Stage 1, stress arousal. This is the wired but tired phase. You're still functioning, maybe even excelling, but the cracks are starting to show. You can't turn off at night. Your mind races when you try to sleep. You need more coffee to feel normal. You are irritable, especially with loved ones. You might have digestive issues or headaches that come and go. Dr. Andrew Huberman explains this beautiful. In stage 1, your sympathetic nervous system is stuck in overdrive. Your cortisol rhythm is starting to shift. Instead of high in the morning and low at night, it's elevated all day. An FDN case study shows this perfectly. A health-conscious woman doing everything right, eating clean, exercising, taking supplements, but her body had stopped responding. Stubborn weight, survival mode, classic stage 1, still pushing, but the system is starting to rebel. Stage 2, energy conservation. This is where it gets tricky. You start pulling back without realizing it, procrastinating, avoiding social events, feeling cynical about work that used to excite you. You are exhausted but can't sleep, craving sugar like crazy, getting sick more often. Stage 2 is your body trying to force you to slow down. It's diverting energy from non-essential systems. Your motivation tanks because your brain is trying to conserve resources. In one FDN case, a perfectionist client couldn't sleep despite crushing exhaustion. She'd lie in bed, body screaming for rest, mind spinning. The 3 p.m. sugar cravings were unstoppable. This tired but wired pattern, classic stage 2. And stage 3, exhaustion. This is where I found myself, and maybe where you are too. Complete system slowdown. Cortisol output flattened. Your body is barely responding to stress anymore. You wake up exhausted, no matter how much you sleep. Brain fog so thick, you can't remember why you walked into that room. Zero sex drive, chronic pain, your face might look puffy, aged beyond your years. FDM practitioners work with an executive who was in a 3-year decline. Visible exhaustion, puffy face, chronic pain everywhere. His body had essentially given up fighting. That's a stage 3. Your HPA axis has downregulated. Your mitochondria are running at a deficit, and your body has shifted into full conservation mode. But here's what I need you to understand. You can recover from any stage. I did. And we see this in FDN cases all the time. But you have to match your recovery to your stage. Stage 1 needs boundaries and nervous system work. Stage 2 needs deeper rest and metabolic support. Stage 3, that requires systematic rebuilding from the ground up. This is why functional diagnostic nutrition testing changes everything. Standard labs miss the progression entirely. When I finally ran functional labs on myself, despite my doctor saying everything was normal, I discovered that my cortisol curve was flattened. My doctor said it was just stress, normal for an Amazon worker. But it explained everything. The morning exhaustion, the afternoon crashes, why nothing I did helped it. We see this pattern constantly. In FDN, we run 5 foundational tests that reveal what's really happening. Your stress and hormone patterns, not just one cortisol reading, but your entire daily rhythm. Your gut health, because chronic stress destroys your microbiome. Your detox capacity, which tanks in later stage burnout. Your metabolic function, how well you are actually producing energy, and your immune system. Specifically, hidden food sensitivities that drain your resources. In one notable FDN case, a client was told, if it's not broken, why test for it? She ran functional tests anyway and found severe dysbiosis and intestinal permeability. By addressing those patterns with targeted protocols, her energy started returning. Functional labs give us crucial clues about which stage you are in and what systems need support first. Because throwing adaptogens at the stage 3 burnout is like trying to restart a dead battery with a Band-Aid. If you are in stage 2 or 3 burnout, let's talk. Free 30-minute strategy sessions available. Link in the description. We'll map out exactly what tests you need and create your recovery roadmap. Here is what you can start doing today based on your stage. For stage 1, stress arousal, first, stop adding stressors. I know this sounds obvious, but hear me out. Heavy exercise, intermittent fasting, even cold plunges, these are stressors. Your body can't tell the difference between good stress and bad stress when you are already overwhelmed. Second, fix your morning. No phone for the first hour. Instead, 10-minute walk outside, even if it's dark. This resets your circadian rhythm and tells your nervous system it's safe to be awake. I started doing this, and for me, it really helped with my sleep quality and morning energy. Third, eat for your metabolic type. Stop forcing diets that fight your biology. I actually explained the basics of this in my video on metabolic flexibility, which I'll link up in the cards. In FDN practice, clients have suffered on keto, carnivore, or vegetarian diets thinking they lack willpower. Once they match their diet to their metabolic type, energy return and cravings disappear. For stage 2 energy conservation, first, embrace strategic rest. Not Netflix and scroll rest, real rest. Non-sleep deep rest protocols, restorative yoga, or even just lying on the floor breathing for 10 minutes. Your nervous system needs to remember what off feels like. Second, gentle movement only. Walking, swimming, light yoga, anything that leaves you energized and not depleted. If you need a nap after exercise, it's too much. Third, support your mitochondria. CoQ10, PQQ, NAD+ precursors. This helps your cell produce energy again. But also basics, B vitamins, magnesium, vitamin D. Most people in stage 2 are severely depleted. For stage 3, exhaustion. First, stop pushing entirely. I mean it. No intense protocols, no aggressive detoxes, no forcing. Your body is in survival mode. Safety first. Second, focus on nourishment. Whole foods, no processed garbage. Prioritize protein and healthy fats. Your brain needs cholesterol and amino acids to rebuild. Bone broth, organ meats if you can stomach them, lots of cooked vegetables. Third, test. Don't guess. You need functional labs to identify hidden stressors, parasites, bacterial overgrowth, heavy metals. These internal stressors keep you stuck in exhaustion. You can heal in the same environment that made you sick. I want you to remember something. That exhaustion you feel, it's not weakness. It's your body trying to protect you from burning out completely. Every symptom, the fatigue, the brain fog, the lack of drive, these are signals. Your body is brilliantly designed to survive. And right now, it's doing exactly that, surviving. But you weren't meant to just survive. You were meant to thrive. I'll never forget the moment I felt like myself again. My kid was having a complete meltdown, 7:30 p.m., end of a long day. And instead of snapping, instead of that familiar rage building up, I felt calm, patient, present. I handled it with kindness, not because I was forcing myself to, but because I actually had the reserves. That's when I knew all this work, all these protocols, they gave me back my life, gave me back my family. You deserve that too. You deserve to wake up with energy, to handle the stress without falling apart, to be present with the people you love instead of just going through emotions. Whether you are in stage 1, barely holding on in stage 2, or deep in stage 3 exhaustion, there is a path back to yourself. But you have to start with knowing where you are. Download the Body Reboot Checklist and book a free call to map your recovery plan. Links below. Let's figure out exactly which stage you are in and build your personalized protocol. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You are not just getting older. Your body is asking for help, and now you know how to answer. Next week, we are going to dive deep into the number 1 hidden stressor we find in functional labs that keeps people stuck in stage 3. You don't want to miss it. Start today. Your future self, the one with energy, clarity, and presence, is waiting.